Flipside. I'm Praveen and this is Paavana. Today's episode is brought to you by the Fit Deli, one-stop shop for all your meal prep needs. Today we have a very special individual with us, and he quit his corporate job to pursue his passion, that is to become a mixed martial artist. And he has competed in a lot of mixed martial arts MMA events, that is, and a lot of jiu-jitsu events as well. Not just that, he played rugby on the Indian team. He's a man of many talents. Without further ado, let's just welcome Mr. Rufaid Qadri. Hey Rufaid.
Hey, what's up?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Yes, it's a really our pleasure to have you on the show. Yeah, let's just get on with it, Paavana.
Hello everyone. Hi Rufaid.
Hey.
Please tell our listeners a little more about yourself.
So, I don't know where to start from because I played rugby, then I quit rugby, mastered my degree, went into a job and all. But there was something missing. I was not a kind of a person who would like to stay in a 4x4 cubicle,
Yes.
listen to all the talks they talk about individuals. I'm not that kind of a person. I would like more to go on a field, perform, get back with a satisfaction, even if I lose or win, doesn't matter. Go in the field, perform, come back.
Just have to
And
have
keep
satisfaction of performance.
Yeah,
right?
that's
You
the
have
most
to
important thing.
Yeah.
So, what's there in the life if you don't perform?
Correct.
So then I was working for this, I don't exactly remember, but I saw once there was some place, it was written MMA. This Jan I completed 3, or before this, last year I completed 3 years. So I went there, so I started training. So there, the first, I would say it like, shock came to me when I entered to learn. So they were all ripped individuals with the national records.
Okay.
Some played international, some had a profiling league. I was the only one like, oh my god, I have to start training it. I was not even able to do one push-up, and I was just seeing them playing with 20 to 30 or 50 push-ups. So, but it hit me that I can't give up here. It was that or never.
Okay. Yeah.
So, do you still play rugby from time to time?
No, but I love to watch rugby matches.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, it feels, at least, even if it's an old match, I still watch it. Like, it feels me like, oh, I did something. I did for my passion is something else and hobby is something else. I love to watch it. So I keep watching them. So getting back, so I train without taking rest. Mornings, evenings. Like kids bunk college, I used to bunk office
Okay.
to train evening and morning, morning and evening. If I miss today evening, so there's no way I'll not be in gym by morning. So that was my thing. So over a period of time, I won't say it just happened in one day.
Yeah.
It happened. I trained. The only thing is this, a dedication, determination and passion should be there.
Yes. Correct. Tell us, Rufaid, how did you get into MMA, and what really inspired you to get into MMA?
Tell me who in the world was not a WWE fan?
Yes.
As a
Everybody
kid,
was.
tell me who in the world haven't at least done once chalk slam to their brothers, siblings or friends?
Yeah.
At
I
least
know.
tried? No, there's no way. And at least once you have tried those Stone Cold Steve Austin steps, rock bottoms,
Correct.
there's no way. So this, I would say, WWE inspired me
Okay.
to be one. But yeah, when I started growing, I was like, it's a fake.
Correct.
I can't go with it, but I need to know a good one. So suddenly, like there was a star that time, Brock Lesnar. So suddenly he just vanished from WWE.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I started digging into it on the internet, where did. So he was into MMA. So I started watching MMA fights there. So once I saw, oh man, it's a real, it's my kind of a thing. So I have this thing, I want to become an MMA fighter. But that time in India, you didn't have a proper places, equipments, resources, coach or anything. The only thing was hype, karate. Come on, man, give me the realistic point of view for a fight.
Yes.
Nobody is gonna wear those clothes and go there and start fighting. You need a realistic point.
Correct.
So then, yeah, that was my first inspiration. Then coming to when I was in Bangalore, some of the good stars, like who were Indian MMA stars, who literally I felt like I should learn.
Yeah.
Among them, one was Kantara Jagasa.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. So it's like, no, I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do it. That was my inspiration.
MMA in India is very much looked down upon, and it's considered as violent. And I don't think parents would let their kids watch MMA as well, let alone training it. And how can we change the mindset? I mean, what kind of challenges and adversities that you faced while turning into a pro? I mean, when you quit the job right away, what was things like?
So, parents or family members, they say it's a violent game, but I don't see we are not a violent. We human by nature are violent.
Yes.
Okay, would you see when your kid is being beaten up on a road and he can't go violent? Let the other person go. No, he should know how to go. If tomorrow my kid is of 17, 18-year-old, he's being beaten up by some like hooligans or goons, I'll just tell them, dude, at least I would have expected some shots from your side. That's a simple thing. We are violent by nature. Don't we hit our siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We are in a relation, don't we just get violent on each other? Yeah, we do. So we are violent by nature. And it's a like myth that you just break your body into MMA. Come on, we break almost all the time our bodies. You go to the gym, a small wrong technique, your back is gone.
Correct.
You go to the work, a small wrong twist while walking upstairs, your ankle is gone. So we break, but it seems agile, volatile, so we think, oh, it's gonna break. No, we need a technique, especially in the time right now. You need to be technical ready. You need to be fight ready. All the time you need to be fight ready.
Yes.
It's a violent game. Yeah, I accept it. But tell me what's not a violent.
Correct.
Fight is always a violent. Would you expect your kid to get bleed and watch it? Go home and cry? Take a mom's and dad's shoulder, see this thing happened to me? Yeah, it's a violent game. But looking down on it, that's a bad. That's like you don't consider a technique. That's bad. Looking down, you can't look down at it.
Correct. Yeah.
Most of the people are a non-veg. Dude, you tell me that we are not violent. We are violent.
Yes.
Yes.
So, but has there been any instances where someone close to you has, turned your decision down or disagreed with your decision?
A lot.
Yeah. And
When
how did you change their mindset?
So it's a more like a drama and filming, but it's a reality of my life.
Okay.
So when I started learning MMA, I thought that maybe I can't be better at it, or I started learning jiu-jitsu. But I was very lucky. The first day of my jiu-jitsu or MMA, I started training at one of the world's best jiu-jitsu fighters. That's Lachlan Conway
Okay.
and Kantara Jagasa
Yes.
as a MMA, striking, wrestling, and Muay Thai David. David is my friend,
Okay.
but he was the first person to train me.
Okay.
So he knows before what I do. Like if I do any move, he knows it. He's going to throw strike. So that's a disadvantage, but that's an amazing thing.
Yes.
So he trained me, and he's very younger to me. And he's a national champion, many times national champion. So coming back there, so the thing is this, it was like I was in a corporate. I was not interested in it. I was kicked out of my second job. Literally kicked out of you get they kick you on your back and throw out. I was thrown out like that. Then I applied for a second corporate job. I got into the corporate job. But there I performed good because I was married, 2.5 years of marriage. My dad was sick. My brother was studying. My sister was at home. and you know most of the Indian families. It doesn't matter from which region you belong. We are like it's an Indian family.
Yes.
It's an Asian
Asian,
family.
yes.
Yeah.
So you come down to the same basic point. So
So the whole
and-
responsibility was on you, right?
a kind of,
Yeah.
but my sister and my wife
Uh,
was sharing it. Like I can't thank them at all. Like I don't have words to thank them. That would be the right
Very
word.
great.
So that time, I had this thing in mind. I'm a kind of like I take spontaneous decision, and I don't plan for 5 years because I never believe whether we'll be alive next day or not. So it's like I just do it. Let's see the consequence. But I do with all my integrity. I do with all my dedication, discipline. But I do it. So I got into once. I won't name the company. I got into a CMS-based company. I performed there good. So it was a 3-month contract. They wanted to increase contract for as a full-time employee. But the day it was the last day of the 3rd month, I didn't agree with their terms. I said, no, I don't want to work anymore with you guys. And I came home and I lied to my family. They threw me out. I was never thrown out.
Okay.
So because I wanted to play a more like a
Yes.
dedicated fighter. So my dad said like, that's why I tell you, you should be dedicated in your work. Now try for other works, other jobs. I knew what he meant, but I didn't want to go with that flow. But I started taking personal training classes as a gym trainer and all, jiu-jitsu, MMA classes. That time I was also a beginner in MMA and jiu-jitsu, but I started taking classes there. Slowly I started growing as a coach as well as a fighter.
Yeah.
So then dad realized it can't be like he would be thrown. So my dad stopped talking to me. He was talking to me through my wife.
Oh.
But yeah, my wife stood like pillar, a wall for me. I was earning literally pennies. Pennies means like one you say pennies in words, but what I was earning.
Correct.
She stood by me like a mother stands, like a strong wall. So she wasn't getting angry, she was getting mood swings at times, but she was still supporting me all the time. Until and unless I got settled in my kind of a job. So now we both are happy, that's the thing later on. But the thing is this, yeah, I faced my relatives, anyway relatives talk, but still,
Yes.
my uncles, they started saying what he's doing with life. He's married, he's a mature, is he a mature, he's so grown old. And the worst part was, I started my martial art career at the age of 28, which is not too late. It's too late for starting being a martial artist. So I started, I faced challenge, but maybe that was important for making me what I am right now. And that was very important to see who is with me. I thank to those challenges and adversities.
So don't you feel inferior? I mean, when you get beaten by a very younger opponent?
To be honest,
Yeah.
I haven't been beaten yet, so I don't know. But yeah, I might get.
Yeah.
I'm a kind of a moody person, I will get definitely. But I won't chance it, yeah, I will just show, yeah, it's a team spirit, yeah, you won, you were the better one. But after that, I'll leave the ring, I'll start abusing him. Like, you can understand what I can say.
Yes.
But yeah.
No, just ask the question since you said 28 is a very, very.
But I at this same time,
Correct.
we are human beings, we somehow try to satisfy ourselves. Man, he's young, I'm old. I'll come out. He's young, he has it, and he can do this. But in the mind, I still believe I could have done better.
Yes.
But when I speak to my friends, bro, he was young and I'm old. Still, I made it. Did you do it? No. So just shut up. So it happens.
Yeah, a mixed martial artist is someone who practices 2 or more forms of martial arts. So in your case, it's jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, wrestling, and kickboxing, right? I mean, you train kickboxing as well.
Kickboxing, I don't train, but most of the people, like everywhere, they kind of think kickboxing and Muay Thai is same. I would say yeah, it's almost same.
Yeah.
But it's not exactly same.
Correct. In Muay Thai, you use more of your elbows and knees for striking.
Yeah, it gets lethal. The concept of Muay Thai was not just to beat the opponent. The concept of Muay Thai was to kill the opponent.
Yeah.
So
Correct.
the thing is this, yeah. So the moment you even think about it, it gives you a good feel. I don't know about you guys, but it gives me a good feel. But at the same time, I get scared when I see a bigger opponent than me. So yeah, it gives a good feel. Jiu-jitsu is my core, and wrestling I love.
Correct.
I don't like most of the guys. They subscription for YouTube channels for blah blah other. I have like I love to take for whether it's a jiu-jitsu, whether it's a Muay Thai, whether it's a wrestling. I like mostly a compound wrestling kind of a thing.
Okay.
So I do. I like a ground game
Yes.
like a lot, especially when it comes to jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu.
And then you mix up with some wrestling, taking down, and then you start striking. I like it more than a standing.
Yeah. So wrestling and jiu-jitsu is more of a ground game.
Yeah,
It's,
wrestling is a ground game.
Yes, and Muay Thai and kickboxing used for striking. So I mean, how do you analyze your opponent, and how do you get into your mind that you have to use a certain form, or is just spontaneous and it goes with the flow?
So there comes a play. Play is like this. You don't know what is the moment you start knowing striking, jiu-jitsu and wrestling or judo or whatever, karate or whatever you learn, you don't start fighting.
Correct.
That's why we do sparring. That's why we do learn under best of the coach. Right now I'm so blessed to be trained under Rohit Vasudevan. Like he is younger to me, but he is the best. Like he is the best right now. Not only he, trust me, his students are even best. Like they are amazing.
Like you,
You can say.
or especially you.
No, not especially. There are some guys like Piyush, Debu, other guys. Maybe you don't know their names, but I know them well. Because they keep beating me all the time when we do sparring rounds, rolling on mat. So coming back to your point, yeah, this is one of the good, you have to analyze. So your analyzation doesn't happen overnight. So you have to work on it. How do you work? You do striking, ground, takedown, jiu-jitsu. So you understand techniques, when to use which move. When your opponent does this move, how you can utilize your techniques. So then you start doing sparring, or you start doing rolling. So then you understand slowly when, where, what time you should use your. Sometimes we are human beings, we can't do all the time 100% correct judgment. So yeah, sometimes you land up in a bad spot. That's why you lose. I'm not here like that. I will never lose. I know one day I'll lose. It's my beginning of the career, but I'm already old. But I know I will lose someday. So
But not today.
Yeah, but not today. Today I'm not gonna lose. But for a period, and I will have no regrets. Why? But I just believe if I would have started at the age of 18, 19, I would have been one of the good fighters. That I believe in myself. I've sparred with like good jiu-jitsu fighters in India. Yeah. I won't say anything whether I put them down or not, but I have sparred. I have good gold medals as well. But every fighter is a good. If they lose to me, they are still amazing. The reason is this: if they wouldn't have been good, why would I have even fought with them?
Correct. Yes.
So I fought with them because they were good. They were excellent. So talking about your opponent like he's not a good fighter, so that means it's a shame on your own fighting. So you picked up the opponent who was not a good fighter.
Yes. True.
So I won't be able to answer which form to use when, because maybe jiu-jitsu and wrestling is a ground game, but we still use striking, elbows and knees.
Okay.
We still use striking, elbows and knees even if you're on the ground. But as a striker, anyone, you start from standing.
Yes.
So you analyze, you take few points, you don't go harsh in the beginning. You start slow. The reason is this: you have to understand, maybe I might have seen the video of my opponent before how does he fight, but I have never seen the impact of his punch.
Okay.
Maybe some fighters take his punch and they directly go down to the ground. And maybe I won't go. Maybe I see some fighters taking his punch and not going to the ground. Maybe that's not the case with me. If there's one punch, I'll go to the ground. In my last fight, one fighter directly threw kick on my face. So it hit my chin, but I quickly took him down.
Okay.
So I analyzed in his one kick, he's a striker, so it's better to just take him down. And he was too tall, because when after I won fight, I hugged him. My head reached his belly.
Oh my gosh.
He was too tall,
Okay.
and it was too embarrassing.
So, see, when you have a taller opponent, is it better to take them down because their reach is good?
Yeah,
right?
anytime.
Yes.
It would be foolishness from my side if I stay there and start striking with them. I will never reach their body. They'll start striking. His kick, I literally felt I was out of range, and even those who were cornering me outside cage, they even thought I'm out of range. But his kick connected my chin, like it was, and I quickly took him down. Yeah, I finished via armbar, but that's a different thing.
Yes.
Because when it's ground, it becomes less hard for whether it's a short or tall opponent.
Correct.
It's all about a technique and a strength. Then you
But
start striking.
it's always difficult to get a triangle if you're short, right?
No, if you're a shot, your triangle is too strong.
Too strong? Okay.
Yeah, but if your opponent is too big,
Yes.
then
That-
it's
that's a bit
too
different.
hard. You can't cross legs. But if I'm a short opponent here and this is tall opponent, then his triangle won't work on me. I
Yes.
can slip in between.
Oh, okay. So that you mean to say there's more gap?
Gap between legs, yeah, definitely. When you pull a triangle,
Okay.
you need to be accurate and exact.
Oh.
But still, even if you're a tall opponent, but you know how to execute a triangle properly, even on a short opponent, you can tap them down. So depends on your opponent, depends on how he goes strikes. That's why if I randomly go for a takedown, maybe he's a wrestler. He will quickly sprawl and start striking my face. I'm done.
Okay.
So
yeah.
let's be close, not that close that you'll get strike. Pull your guards up, watch how it's going to happen, and go in.
The classic example of a shorter opponent with a very short reach would be Max Holloway versus Volkanovski. It's happened over a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
still, Volkanovski won the championship.
He
It
won.
was
There's a
amazing,
one
yeah.
thing that a shorter opponent can do. He can push them to the cage. Not in the center, a short opponent can hardly do anything
Yes.
until and unless their tall opponent doesn't make a mistake. The better thing is push them to the cage.
Uh-huh.
Then even if you are a short, you can be close to the body and start striking. So that way it will work. For a taller opponent, that will be a very bad situation because he can't utilize his arms and legs.
I think that's the same thing which happened when DC fought Stipe Miocic for the championship first time. He clinched and then he threw a punch from the inside. So he
That was an
very
elbow
close.
from inside. That
Yes.
was a reversed turning elbow. But
Correct,
the thing
yeah.
is this: I feel I don't know about rest of the people who
Yeah.
what they think about DC that night. I felt Stephen Miocic was doing good, but it connected.
Yes.
It was not. It was a planned move.
Okay.
It connected to his face.
Correct. Yes.
But in the second fight, Miocic was too dominant. Leave the dominance. He was too calculated with his punches, with his kicks, where to
Especially
throw a punch, and
body
yeah, and then
shots.
he started throwing body shot.
Yeah.
And he, it was so obvious. In each round, he knew what to use.
Yes.
So yeah, that's a
I
good.
think he was prepared for
He
that.
was very prepared,
Yes.
and when he challenged DC, he knew that was last fight he lost. It was not because DC was too good. I like DC. You know, like I won't say he's not a good fighter. He's the best Olympic wrestler. But the thing is this: Miocic is
Better.
way better.
Yes.
We've seen a lot of fighters trash talking their opponents before the fight, and they mostly use it as a strategy to get into their heads and weaken them. So, have you ever experienced it, or have you ever done it?
That I'll never do it. Even if I have a personal riff with my opponent, I will never do it. I don't like trash talking. That gets a person angry, and it's a fight. Bro, if you want to fight, fight like a man.
Yeah.
If you don't want to fight, if you want to talk, then you have all stage of yours, and you can trash talk. So most of the fighters who trash talk, tell me they don't get vote. They got vote.
But from time to time, it has worked for a few people. I mean,
Yeah,
Conor
and
McGregor-
Muhammad Ali started.
Yes.
He was one of the. He used to trash talk, but he was backed by his strategies.
Yes.
But it won't work. But when you are a good fighter, why you always need to trash talk? Sometimes if you trash talk silly trash talks, that's fine. But when you go into the deep into someone's personal life, then there's a chance either the person will try to kill you rather than fighting you,
Correct.
Yeah.
or both of you will end up hurt, or maybe that person will lose. But that anger among his fans, among him, will never go. A
Yes.
fighter should be respected.
Correct.
Conor McGregor tried to do a religious trash talks, family trash talks, blah. So where did he end up? He ended like a kid who got bullied in a ring.
By one of
yeah,
Khabib's teammates, right?
yeah. Then
And Khabib flew over the
exactly
cage and,
Colby. He
Colby
trash talked
yes.
a lot about Usman. What happened to him? His jaw is still in a replacement. So all the most of the trash talkers don't trash talk. Ben Ruskin, a knee in 15 seconds on
Correct.
face.
Oh.
Why do you trash talk about somebody's region? If you want to trash talk, you can tell them you're not a good fighter. I don't know what's a trash talk exactly. I don't like trash talk and I don't pay attention. I just see the technique of a fighter. That's all. Because I need to learn about a fighter. I don't need to learn what they talk. And they can be in my head. With trash talking, I guess, as far as I know myself, if there would be a person trash talking about me before a fight, that will never come to my head. Because I've seen already so much of trash talks, like what amazing fighters doing, a top level fighters doing. So I know what they use it for. So it's like so obvious, like, oh, this try to get in my head.
Alright.
So trash talk, maybe sometimes it plays a good role, sometimes it doesn't play a good role. But when you fight against the best opponent, then 80-90% of chance it won't play a good role.
You advocate that women must learn some form of martial art. So, any reason behind it?
Definitely. A woman should learn martial art more than a man. I don't even have to tell why. We know what kind of a society we live in, what kind of a work schedules we have, what kind of a people we live among, what kind of a society we are in,
Yes.
even what kind of a family mentality we are in. Don't tell me we don't need to learn martial arts. See, there were overnight and a lot these news or these articles come. What's happening in every corner of the society? You stay in this place, maybe 5 kilometers from here, something have happened, and you won't even realize until it won't come in the newspaper tomorrow.
Correct.
So nowadays, it's a want that women should learn martial art. But I won't advocate it as a self-defense. I'll advocate it as a attack ready. So are you going to wait until the person or a criminal is going to attack you? So it's prevention
Better than
cure,
yes.
right? So are you ready to cure it, or you will be ready to prevent it before it's gonna happen? For example, I'll give you a small example. Okay, for example, 10 p.m. in night you're walking on the street. You know some person,
Shady guy.
shady guy is following you.
Yeah.
Would you wait him to attack and then you'll self-defend, or you know what are his intentions? What you gonna do? So yeah, you need to be attack ready.
Yeah.
And I don't believe in the fighting forms.
I'd rather keep my taser and pepper spray in my hand.
Okay, how many times it will work? Use your hands and body as a weapon.
Yeah.
You won't have all the times
Yes.
things with you.
Yes.
Use your hands and body as a weapon. So that means you will never forget things at home. Because it's
Exactly.
always with you. Now coming to the point, I don't like fighting forms which are not realistic. MMA I feel too realistic. It's a kind of a street fight. So you're getting street ready. So I feel it's good. You should learn. Why not? There are so many students of mine. They have no intentions to participate in fights, but they are learning and they're doing good at it. They might face. We know some or other day women from our home is gonna face. So are you gonna be worried all the time? Keep calling them. Where are you? Are you safe after 9 p.m.? No. You know she is more than a man.
That's great. And the other day we discussed, you told us that you are planning to provide coaching for women at a concessional fee rates. So can you just elaborate a little?
Definitely. I am right now planning, it's in a prototype as of now, to take a seminars and few classes around college or corporate sector for women, especially for women, to get them ready with some of the techniques which will help them to fight when they are alone, when they are walking, at least do something to be in a safeguard rather than to be a victim. Right? I'm still planning, and I've maybe uh, bring this in soon, but I'll still consult some of my fighting partners, like who I train with and all, my coach and all. That would be an amazing advice from them, how to just go accordingly. So yeah, I will very concessional rates, very like, because I want them to learn it. I want them to learn it. And you never know. One of my students, she came to me to learn technique so that she gets over bullying, she protects herself. Now ended up as becoming a fighter. So you never know.
That's a really great initiative.
I'm trying it.
Really appreciate that.
So moving on, Rufaid, it's sort of a rapid fire questions where I can just answer in a line or two. So what's your biggest inspiration to get into MMA especially?
My kind of a violent nature, because I don't fight all the time, but if I lose it, I fight. And that thing apart, Brock Lesnar and some of the Indian fighters were my inspiration.
Okay.
Like I will always name Kanta Rajakasa, one of the inspiration that I wanted to become a fighter.
Okay.
And he's younger than me. I've seen Farhad fighting.
Yeah, Farhad,
They are
yes.
almost of my age or a bit elder, and mostly are they younger. I saw them. When Indian fighters can do this, why can't I? I never think of age.
Correct.
I just want to start, I will start it. That's a later thing where I will end up. But yeah, I'll start it. There was one of the inspirations that time, like, yeah, I want to become a fighter.
To be honest, Brock Lesnar is my inspiration too.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar was the first inspiration internationally to become a fighter. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely he was. Because he changed the game. He changed the game. He was a game changer in UFC in the beginning. When he turned from WWE to UFC or Strikeforce or whatever, that time he was.
Yes.
Many saw him and wanted to become a fighter.
And the first fight, he actually won.
He won. He dominant fight.
Yes.
That was an amazing fight.
Yes. But initially his striking was a bit sloppy, but over the days I think he improved his striking a lot.
He improved everything.
Yes.
He improved everything.
Uh,
The most important thing in his first fight was timing. His
Yes.
timing was good. I like.
And he's very agile.
When you compare me with international fighters, I'm nothing. I'm still becoming something, or maybe I won't become anything. But at least as a fighter, I will have this judgment. His timing was too good.
Yes. So the next
His
question.
blows.
Yeah.
Mm.
His blows. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I mean, he moves around the ring like a
This
lightweight.
big man and
Yes.
like
He's so
heavy,
huge.
he moves on his toes a lot. Now I don't know, but in the beginning when he was a young,
Yes.
too good.
I mean, was he the inspiration for you to get into wrestling as well?
Yeah, wrestling wrestling. Some of the Indian wrestlers, international wrestlers. I was watching Olympics. I used to watch Olympics, but for the sake of wrestling when I was just a kid and all. Because just I wanted to see that wrestling moves and all. Yeah, those were, I don't remember name of many wrestlers that time, but Brock Lesnar was one of the wrestlers that I wanted to become a wrestler.
So the next question would be, which is your favorite, striking or submission move that you want to perform on your opponent?
Oh, definitely taking it back, take them to the ground, wrestle them to the ground,
Yes.
and quickly take them back. Then after back, I know what to do. But yeah,
I mean,
sometimes it
everyone
doesn't
knows
work.
that,
It doesn't work
yes.
if your opponent is also good at it.
Yeah.
But you have to fight. Nobody told you that you're gonna take back and he's going to submit.
Correct. Yeah.
Nobody told you it's easy win. You have to fight for submission. I like mostly to submit my opponent. Sometimes it happens in a striking, like within some strikes connect and they get down.
Okay. If at all your opponent was on your back, how do you slip off the RNC or whatever is trying to put on you?
The first thing is this: I'll secure my hands,
Okay.
then I'll secure my neck. Then slowly I'll start working on the entanglement of his legs.
Okay.
Whether he has taken hooks in between my legs, or he has taken a body triangle from back. So I'll slowly work on that, but while securing my hands and neck. So slowly I work, but I won't be able to tell you exactly what I will do. It depends on the situation.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a
Always-
situational. So I will
Yeah.
definitely move accordingly. If I see he's leaning too much towards right, I'll just pull him up, slowly
Yes.
coming at. I'll slide my shoulders and my back under my neck towards ground. Slowly
So
work
it
on
goes back to our earlier question of how to analyze your opponent, right?
Exactly.
And, yeah, everything stands on that, and you're always supposed to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of your opponent,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
You
And sometimes it's spontaneous.
shouldn't be too predictable.
Yeah, we can be predictive unless you don't see your opponent fighting you.
Yes. Which is your most memorable fight, Rufaid?
My memorable fight is my last international jiu-jitsu fight, where I dislocated, and they call it some dislocated my shoulder. At the same time, they call it some muscle,
Okay.
shoulder muscle. They call it. I forgot the name, because first time I heard it that time.
Okay.
So it was the same finals. I had almost like given up on my shoulder,
Mhm.
but still I fought the finals. I won gold there,
Oh.
and I was the shortest opponent. Till that time, I didn't realize pain. Yeah, pain was there, but after that, it started shooting up like anything. And my last MMA fights were my memorable because it was I clean. I have a big problem with me. Like when I go into the ring or on mat, I tell my coach or my corner guys, I'll listen to you. I never listen to them. Never ever. Like never ever means like never. But this was the first time in my MMA fights, I listened each and every bit to my corner guys. And they said, one of them said like, we knew after first talk, if you're not gonna listen to us, we're gonna leave your corner. But once they started seeing me, I'm looking at them, oh, I'm just listening to them, what they're doing. Obviously they got happy, and yeah, I exactly did what my corner guys said.
Does that help?
A lot.
Okay.
And it's very important. The person you train with, their voice stays in your mind. And even if you don't look at them while you fight, but whatever they say, you feel like performing it.
Okay.
It happened, I don't know with everyone else, but yeah, with me it happened. So I was training with few guys, their voice, like there was just a lot of noise, but I could recognize their voice.
Okay.
Like it's
Yes.
coming, yeah, they wanted me to do this.
That's really great. So the last and final question, what does it mean for you to be a fighter?
For me, it means everything. Your struggle doesn't end in a ring. On mats, off mats, you struggle. To wake up early in the morning, 5 when your whole family is sleeping. To wake up, get ready, train, train your students, train yourself. Then come back home, tired when almost your muscles are giving up. Then again take a rest. Then again train. Then in the evening, again train. And by the time it's 9 or 10 p.m., you sleep. Your muscles are telling you exactly like, bro, don't get up early in the morning.
Yes.
But in the morning, you again stand up. Okay, I have to train. So that's a struggle, off-mat struggle.
Yeah.
To have a healthy meals is an off-mat struggle. To give a rest and sometimes you don't get a rest, that's an off-mat struggle. That's a fight. That's obviously a fight. You fight against your desire of staying, sleeping, resting, watching TV. You fight.
Yes.
You fight when you feel like you haven't given time to your family. You fight that. I'm a beginner fighter, but still when I can feel it, imagine what top fighters must be feeling.
Yes.
Right? You take rest, still in your mind is going how to make my game better. This is all the time in my head.
True.
Last time before my fight, my son was 3-4 months old. I used to see him only on Sundays. The reason was this: morning to evening I used to train. When I was going for a fight, he was sleeping. When I was coming from training in the night, he was sleeping. So, and during the day he was with his mom in office. So I never saw him through a week. So Sundays Even I used to do a light workout at home, but I used to see him. So that was my happiness. But this is a fight.
Yeah.
This is literally, this part I can relate. Yeah, this was a fight. This was a real fight, a bigger fight than I played in ring or on mat. So as a fighter, everything means fight to me. Everything means fight to me. Being responsible means a fight to me. Human nature is a
Yes.
careless nature, but we have to be irresponsible. That's a fight. Everything is fight. Everything is fighter. So you ask me, I won't have an exact answer for what it means to be a fighter. So the only thing I can say, everything is fight. Everything. Even you guys doing recording here, it's a fight to you. Whether it's a good podcast or not.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a fight. Everything is a fight.
Rufaid, we narrowed down the questions to a few specific points. So is there something you want to share with the listeners, some message or something?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, please feel free. The
First
mic
of
is
all,
open.
like in India, we have less facilities for
Correct.
training.
Yeah.
At the same time, those fighters who put their life in a ring or in a cage from any martial art background, they are getting literally paid less pennies. Whereas they deserve a lot, like good amount, handsome amount. Why would anyone want to become a fighter even if it's a passion, but he can't run his family?
Correct. Yeah.
So that way, it's automatically gonna kill the talent. If some person is good at fight, he will never say, okay, if I'll fight, I'll get hurt. Then who will go to office or work instead of me? Who's going to earn for a family? So that is one of the depressing reasons that most of the people with a sports mind or sports health, like not health, sports mind, and who want to become a sports star, they back out. It's a lethal game. You should have doctors there. You should have everything. Even in training, you sometimes get injured. So there should be like there should be a facility to take care of them, cure them, get them ready again, rehab them, and get them on mats. It's not only about the fight you fight. It's while training.
Correct. Yeah.
You need all those facilities. And in terms of parents and a conservative society that we live in, parents think it's a violent thing. Why to get our kids injured? But they are forgetting the other side of the coin. Maybe you get injured, but you get to learn a lot. You become a discipline. So I have one of my students. I will name him. So he's a bit high-tempered guy. So his parents, after 6 7 months training with me, his parents came to me. They literally asked me this question. I'll exactly quote his word. What you have done to him? And I was scared. Scared. He has changed. He never used to do his work at home. Now he even asks us, "Do you need anything?" So I feel maybe he won't become a fighter. He will become some corporate guy or not. But isn't it the best thing he learned? Or
Yes.
as a coach, I taught him, or by mistake he learned from me. So yeah, parents need to change their mind a lot. Like when the ways people are changing mind about Western culture in India, slowly they need to change regarding this as well.
Yes.
It's very important. Maybe 10 years back, fitness was not so much into play in societies in India. Now see, every next person uploads at least one picture in his Instagram regarding fit, and they hashtag it fit life. Even if after that
Yes.
they will never turn up to the gym, but they do it.
Yeah.
So, but that means something is hitting them.
Correct.
See the corporate guys, they are ready to pay grants and grants to stay fit. Because corporate people are facing mostly a back problem and other problems.
Due to the sedentary lifestyle.
Yes.
Sedentary lifestyle.
That's
Anything
it.
of
Now that means fitness has become. And now coming to the point, the kind of a society again I'm saying it, we live in, isn't it also important to learn martial art is not only a kind of a fight, it's a fitness. It's a proper fitness which includes your core, endurance, stamina, resistance, strength, everything, timing, technique. So it's a bit more. It makes you fit. It makes you
Discipline
fit.
as well.
Discipline, determination, focus.
Yes.
It is there.
It's really good to hear.
Yeah. Please tell us a little more about your training facility and how people can get in touch with you.
So I started my own training center, School of MMA and Fitness. The reason for me to put fitness with the School of MMA name is you don't only fight, you stay fit. You stay fit. So there's no way MMA is gonna be only a fight. It's gonna be fitness as well. So it's situated, or you can put up in RT Nagar. So it's a bit. We just started 1 month back. I see a good response from the people around. They're coming. They're sending their kids to get like to train, not to become a fighter. Let's be honest. Not every parent is sending to just. Every kid should learn a martial art that helps them to become a disciplined.
Yes.
And girls, obviously everyone knows why they're sending their girls. Yeah, and I see a good response from students as well. They are determined, like, okay, I want to learn it. Okay,
Yes.
I'm doing this. They are into it. So I feel privileged training them. Even if they're the beginners, doesn't matter. I'll give them, instead of 1 hour, I'll give them 2 hours. But I want that satisfaction on their face. Okay, I learned it.
It's really great.
So I would just love to see more and more people turning to martial art clubs. Not only mine. I'm in this manner. I'm not biased. They can turn into any martial art club that's nearby them. Like, but learn it, man. Learn it. You need it, girl. You need it. Learn it.
Guys, in case you missed that, we'll put all the links and and all the details about the training facility in the description below. Please do check it out. Yeah.
I hope you had a good time.
Amazing time. And I just wanted to reach this to most of the people
Yes.
because we need a reach hand as well.
So once again, I would like to thank you for coming on the
It
show.
was my
today.
pleasure that you just called me for this podcast. That was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Guys, please do like and share this video and subscribe to our channel. And do share your comments and feedback below. Also, you can follow us and Rufaid on his Instagram. All links will be in the description below.
I think that's it for
For
today.
today. Okay, thank you.